I'm Susan Feniger, and we're here at my house, and I just thought what I'd do is show you a little bit about some of the things that I cook when we have like no groceries in the house. My partner, Liz, she's vegetarian. I'm not vegetarian or vegan, but I tend to sort of lean eating that direction most of the time. Today I'm gonna be making for breakfast one of my favorite things. It's steamed rice, orange lentils, which are also known as Masoor Dal. I'm gonna put a little bit of spices in there, but you don't have to, and I'm just gonna serve that with a little bit of sweet potato, and it makes the perfect breakfast dish. Maybe a little bit of chopped tomatoes on top. So I'm just going to start off cutting an onion. Whenever I cut an onion, I cut it through the core to keep the core in. I'll make my cuts vertical like this, and then I never want to cut towards my hand, and so I lay my hand flat on top. I keep my fingertips bent under like this, and I use my third knuckle to guide. I happen to have sweet potatoes in the house, so I'm going to just take a little bit of sweet potato and peel it. Now I want to just show you this. I soaked the lentils a little bit. A lot of times there's some natural starch and dirt, so I rinsed it. So I've got that ready to go. Then I'm going to take my sweet potato. Now whenever you're cutting anything round, you want to find a flat surface to cut it on, because if it slips, you cut your hand. We're going to get our pan going. I'm using olive oil here. You can use vegetable oil, you can use coconut oil. What I want to do is get it really good and hot so that when I throw those onions in, they start to sear immediately, meaning get golden brown immediately. So I really want to get it hot. Lots of times I think people at home don't get their pans hot enough. So you put onions into a cold pan and then they start to boil, and then we get a very different end texture. Hear that sound? That's what you want to get happening. A little bit of salt immediately, because that will start to pull the moisture out, and then you put it back onto the stove. I'm going to leave it on high flame now so it really starts to caramelize. Again, I keep saying that because that's really critical. So we're going to let that happen before I add in the sweet potatoes. So we're letting that go. In the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm going to show you the sort of spices that I'm going to put in here. Cumin seeds, black mustard seeds, and then a little bit of fresh turmeric, which is great for you. Out in the backyard there, I have neem leaves, one of my most favorite herbs that's used in the Indian kitchen. Now see how this is getting golden there? Now what I'm going to do is take my sweet potato, put this in, then I'm just going to, again, season the sweet potato a little bit with salt, put it back on, and then I'm going to add all my dried spices into there. Stirring, because spices, you want them to cook like that, but you don't want to burn them. Now I'm going to take the lentils, and I'm going to add that in, stir it a little bit, and then add water or vegetable stock. Now I'm adding in all those lentils. So when I do that, I even add a little bit more salt, because every layer of what you're cooking needs to be seasoned. Otherwise your dish will end up flat. What you don't want to do is add too much water. Like I could take the same thing and add a lot of water and make soup out of it. But I want to make it just a little sort of a thick, more of a porridge dish, because I want to have this with rice, which then is full protein. I mean, I think it's the perfect breakfast dish. I just turn it down. I'm just going to let it simmer a little bit. That'll take probably 15-20 minutes. So I want to just show you this, like throughout while I'm cooking this dal, you can see that it starts to get thicker, and if it gets too thick, then I just add a little bit more water. It's totally up to you. How thick do you want it? Because I tend to love to have a balance of acid on my dishes. So for example, this is sort of rich. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of diced tomato. And it's that same technique I talked to you about, keeping your fingertips under. Add a little bit of olive oil to it. A little bit of salt, so it's pretty basic. I might add a little bit of fresh lemon to it. Whenever I'm working with citrus, I roll it like this to break those juice pods up. Then I just take a fork in there, squeeze my lemon, turn my fork. I have a rice cooker. I'll put rice on first thing in the morning. Then it sits in my rice cooker and it'll sit there. It can sit there till I come home at 11 o'clock at night. Just take a little bit of rice, a little bit of the lentils, and then I take a little bit of that tomato mixture, put it on top. and I have breakfast. Doesn't that look good? Look at how easy that was. I better taste that too. I have to taste my own food. Pretty good, if I don't say so myself.